welcome back to Finding Wendy. Well, Happy New Year, everybody. Wow. Well, this has been a great 5 days so far, and stay tuned. I'm going to be talking about my weight and where I am and my progress, New Year's resolutions, and what I've been up to. Okay, stay tuned. Talk about my stats. I may have some new people listening in this week, so that's great. Welcome if you're new, a new subscriber. Thank you for following me, Finding Wendy in Toronto, Canada. So I started this whole journey back in December 2017. I weighed 450 pounds. There we go. That's a picture. And had my surgery on March 20th, 2018, BSG surgery. And I weighed 375. At Christmas, just after Christmas, my highest weight during the Christmas, I gained weight, was 227, and today I weigh 222, so I've lost 5 pounds in a week. How have I lost 5 pounds in a week? Well, stay tuned, and I'll let you know. For sure, goals are really important when it comes to the New Year's resolutions and changing your life. And what is it you need to do? You do something that you feel comfortable with. I feel comfortable with going back on track, which I have really been, and using my app again to track my food intake. It is so important that you use an app to make sure that you're not taking in too many calories and too many carbs. I had a cold at New Year's, and just getting over it now, so I may cough or sneeze every now and then. I sound kind of nasally. So basically went back to tracking my calories, tracking my carbs and sugars and fats. And as you can see from the screenshot here, basically I'm trying to keep under 100 carbs, under 1,000 calories, and also with fats and sugars to keep them on the low side. And it works. It definitely works. You know, we all, when I look back at my app from 2 years ago, because I've been basically pretty well using my Net Diary app for over 2 years. No, not over 2 years, over a year. And back when I first had the surgery, looking back, I only ate about 600 calories a day. And that's why I was losing gobs of weight at the beginning, because I was losing like 2-3 pounds a day for at least 6 months. At 450 pounds, you lose a lot of weight faster. But when you get down towards the 200 mark, which I've been at since last August, it slows down. It slows right down. And for those of you who are past the 6-month mark and you started at 250 and now you're around 200 and just edging under 200 into Wonderland, and it slows right down to like a pound a week or half a pound a week, that's normal. It's absolutely normal. So yeah, so I've just been strict with, I also have sort of a mini keto, because I've been really cutting out my carbs. I don't eat bread anymore. I haven't actually eaten pasta at all in 2 years. And I had a few potatoes at Christmas, but since then, no more potatoes, no more any carbs. So basically, for breakfast, I have a coffee. Here's my coffee. Love my morning coffee. And by the way, I've saved thousands of dollars, I think, by just making my own coffee in the morning and not buying it anymore at Starbucks. I used to buy my coffee every morning at Starbucks, and at $5 a cup, I've saved, like, let's do the math. 5 times 5 is 25, times 4 is $100 a month I've saved just in coffee. So anyways, I digress. Yeah, so what was I talking about? I was talking about my carbs and about cutting the carbs out. And so yeah, so for breakfast I have coffee, and then after that I have some plain yogurt with half an apple, or a smoothie, which consists of some protein powder, some blueberries, strawberries, half a banana, and some milk. And then for lunch, usually I have a salad. And for dinner, I usually have a salad and some protein. And lately I've been eating a lot of chicken. So it works. If you just cut out the carbs, or try to cut out anyway the pasta, the bread, and the potatoes, then you'll see some huge results for sure. So let's talk about some other things. What did you do over New Year's? Well, I went to my sister's at a party. Here's some pictures. We play usually games, and my sister made Dutch oliebollen, which basically translates to oil balls. And the Dutch oliebollen is the predecessor to the donut. It is a donut that does not have a hole in it, and it's, I think, 100 years old. Deep fried bread with raisins in it, I think is the best way to put it. I had half of one. We had champagne, but I don't drink, so I didn't have any champagne. And there was some great snacks like cheese and bread, which is always nice, and you always end up eating way too much cheese and bread. You know, French cheese with French bread is the staple diet of many French people. And I have French blood in me, because my grandfather's French. The Limberty is my last name, Limberty, and it's French. I bet you didn't know that. Well, now you do. And some half Dutch, half French. No, I'm 3/4 Dutch and 1/4 French, and the rest is all Canadian. So what else happened? So yeah, started the year with a head cold, which was great fun, and I had my physiotherapy on Friday, and here is a video of me walking. Enjoy.
Okay, go ahead. Yay, Wendy!
I'll go back too.
Sure. Yay!
Yeah, so there you go. I'm walking now pretty well without a cane. I still bring my cane with me when I'm walking outside, because it's sort of more or less a way to lean on when I'm tired. But I'm still using my scooter when I shop. So when I'm going down to the store, I use my disability scooter, because I can't walk and hold groceries yet. But I'll figure out a way. Probably end up getting a knapsack or something to put it on my back. And yeah, so the physio went well. Still massaging the scar. Now, just to update people who don't know, I had hip replacement surgery, but I had three on the same side, 3 surgeries on the same side, because it kept on getting infected. And I was very, very ill all of September and October with this infection, and with having to deal with surgery number 1 was on August 21st. Surgery number 2 was August 29th. Surgery number 3 was September 29th, where they put in a new hip on August 21st, and they put in another hip on September 29th. And I was in the hospital for a total of a month, I think, over the 3 surgeries. So it was a horrible, horrible time, and I'm glad I'm over it. But I have this huge, huge scar on my left side, and working on it every night with a massage machine and massaging it, because it's this giant, hard snake under my skin. And it also impedes my walking. So basically, all of the muscles and everything are all like this, underneath the skin. And so it needs to be smoothed out and helped out and stuff like that. Yeah. So anyways, you know, talking about, I just want to talk about some other things, just you and me. I took a little sip of coffee in between. Yeah, I want to talk about goals. And now's the right time of the year to do that, because of, you know, people setting New Year's resolutions for themselves. And the number 1 New Year's resolution is to lose weight, for sure. You know, it's all about loving yourself, for sure, but setting a goal. So my news today is that to help me set goals, and I've done this before, was that I am going to California to visit my friend Bryn at Easter. April 4th, I'm going to California for 10 days, and that is my goal. And she and I actually have sort of made a pact together to continue on with our weight loss journey. She needs to lose weight. I want to continue losing weight. And it's great to set a physical goal. And the physical goal is what helped me before, too. When I went to Amsterdam in July, I set a physical goal for myself in January, that my goal was to be able to walk enough and to walk through Amsterdam by the time July came, which I was able to do, but it was still quite painful because I hadn't had my hip replacement surgery yet. And so you can look back at a video, and I'll post a card at the top, a link to that video of my trip to Amsterdam, and you can see what I did in Amsterdam. It's a beautiful city. I highly recommend you visit it sometime. But yeah, we live in cold Canada, though this year January's been weird and December's been weirdly warm. So yeah, global warming is happening here in Canada as well, because we should be around -12 and today it's 1 degrees. So, and we have no snow on the ground, which is really weird. We did not have a white Christmas. It was a green Christmas, which is fine. I'm cool with that. But anyway, so my message today to you all is to set yourself a physical goal. And physical goal in the sense of doing something. It's not enough to say, okay, I want to lose 20 pounds by April or whatever. If you have like something like a trip, or have something like a piece of clothing that you want to get into, it does help you with the motivation more. Because I am coming up to a 2-year mark. March 20th will be 2 years ago that I had my VSG surgery. And I absolutely can confirm that this last year was way harder than year 1 to keep going and to keep the weight off and not regain. Your regain happens real easy. Like, I gained weight over Christmas. I've lost the weight that I have gained over Christmas, but it's really easy to get back into old habits. And you have to stay on top of it. I bought this new scale, and it's great. Here's a pic, again, of the screenshot from my scale this morning that I weigh 222. It's all legit. I'm not making it up. And the thing is that, yeah, you gotta keep, like, make some sort of physical goal for yourself. At least it helps me. I mean, I know there are a lot of people out there that are really struggling a year and a half out or 2 years out with regain. And then they're considering to have revisional surgery, like going from the VSG to the Roux-en-Y, for example. But it's still all about working on this. It's really tough. And like I said, I have every streaming channel on earth, that you can get. So there's an abundance of TV movies that I can watch, and I have a beautiful flat screen TV with the stereo set up and everything. And by the way, a great movie that I just recently watched is Judy. Fantastic movie with Renee Zellweger portraying Judy in her last couple of years of life. She died at 47. So tragic. Yeah, so setting physical goals really helps me, and probably may help a lot of other people as well. So let's all set a physical goal together, and let me know in the comments below what sort of physical goals you're going to try out, and if it works for you, and if you have any other suggestions. Yeah, I'm going back to the gym. Of course, I'm at Planet Fitness, and I've been working out there, but it's more, I'm at the gym to work on my walking. That's why I go to the gym. I'm not working on thinking about, oh, if I go to the gym, I lose weight. That's a myth. You cannot outrun your fork. You lose weight from your food consumption, right? From your calories, from your fat, from your carbs. You have to watch it. And you have to use an app if you're not sure what it is. Because, 2 years out, I know an egg is 80 calories. I know a slice of bread is 80 calories. But it's the carbs that sometimes you don't know. And that's something like in fruit, like in bananas. I forgot how high carbs there are in bananas and how many carbs there are in strawberries. That sort of thing. I know what the calories are, but the carbs make a difference with weight loss as well. They really do. So anyways, what are your New Year's resolutions and what are your goals is basically what I'd love to hear about, and your comments as well. So that's it for Finding Wendy this week. Thanks very much for watching, and we will see you again next week. Bye-bye!